Here's the ones I took on the way up.
On the morning of November 28th, amateur photographer James Rice headed to the Great Smoky Mountains National Park.
I wanted a sunrise and I didn't get it.
Instead, from Morton Overlook on US 441, he captured these flames and smoke from the Chimney Tops 2 fire, which 12 hours later would be barreling into downtown Gatlinburg.
If I'd known what the fire was doing that morning, I probably wouldn't have gone.
On his way out, officials were closing the road.
I may be one of the last people that saw that from the general public.
When Rice passed this Gatlinburg overlook early that Monday morning, he saw the twinkling lights of the city below. But just a few hours later, he says when he returned this way, the view had been completely obscured by smoke.
I think if I'd been in Gatlinburg, I would have left at that point.
I know of several people that said, you know, this doesn't look like something I want to stay in, and voluntarily left.
Gatlinburg City Manager Cindy Ogle lost her own home in the fire and maintains people had a choice.
Again, it doesn't absolve us of our very serious governmental responsibilities, but I do think from a personal standpoint, that's another, another factor is the personal responsibility.
She and Sevier County Mayor Larry Waters sat down with WBIR-10 News to address a number of questions. One main concern, communication. When Gatlinburg Fire Chief Greg Miller issued a mandatory evacuation for the city around 8:30 Monday night, no text alerts went to cell phones.
The alert didn't go out, and I think everybody assumed that it did.
Officials in Gatlinburg tried asking TEMA to send out a Sevier County-wide text alert to cell phones, the same harsh tone and delivery method as Amber Alerts, but TEMA could not get the necessary approval from Gatlinburg officials, who blame phone and internet failures due to the extreme conditions.
When they tried to text back the exact message which needed approved, they could not do that because all communication had went down.
Around that same time, the National Weather Service in Morristown did get a warning out over TV, radio, and weather radio. But their system has no ability to issue evacuation alerts via cell phones.
I think TEMA assumed, as everyone else assumed, that the National Weather Service alert also went out over mobile devices.
But that wasn't the case. Sevier County also has a paid subscription to the opt-in emergency notification system called Code Red. But Waters says Sevier County EMA Director John Matthews decided not to use that Monday night.
And he said, felt like, number one, the TEMA alert was more widespread and would be more effective, and that the internet, the Code Red is internet-based, and it was all at that time going down, and we were having problems. And then the third thing is that it would not have reached out to as many folks.
The TEMA message would have reached most cell phones, whereas Code Red would have only notified people who had signed up to receive text alerts. But again, the TEMA message never got approved and so never went out. Several layers of confusion that Anthony Cavalucci with the National Weather Service hopes can be avoided with one change.
I wonder if the FCC, I don't know that this is happening, but the FCC, FEMA, and the Weather Service get together and talk about cell phone messaging in cases of evacuation, like what we saw where we did issue the evacuation in coordination with Sevier County for Gatlinburg and Pigeon Forge. But in the future, instead of just weather radios and TV, that it also goes out on text messages.
And as for assumptions that tourism influenced timing,
I mean, the conditions were not such that even if we had desired or corralled everybody in town, there would have been much business going on. That was absolutely never, ever a part of the thought process. Never.
Ogle points out police did go door to door in some areas.
Throughout the day, there were communications that were occurring. As I described earlier, we were in different neighborhoods talking with people. We had folks on the phone fielding calls and saying, if you have any concern at all, we strongly recommend that you go ahead and leave.
But not everyone listened.
Doors slamming in your face, and I'm not leaving, and you can't make me leave, and I'm here to stay.
I heard somebody say that they should have called for an evacuation on Sunday. My response is I don't think people would have taken it seriously.
Rice and his wife live in Seymour, close enough to see the fires glow over Bluff Mountain.
Hope I never see anything like it again.
His photos,
A lot of flames back there.
filled with questions about timing.
They can probably look back and say, I should have done this or I should have done that, but I'm not going to do that, and I don't know that I could.
Answers will have to wait for months. In Sevier County, Becca Habegger, WBIR 10 News.